But those are the kind of games that we need to win in order for us to be playing in April.
The start, do you think you guys are just too carefree at the start? There's not enough urgency with these starts? I mean, this is another one of those huge deficits that you have. Like, what do you think is the problem with starting games?
I don't know, and I would rather start off, like how we do in the second half. Like, I don't think we're intentionally like, okay, let's come out flat. I just think we've been a team so far to have more life in the second half, but we realized that we're basically pinching ourselves in the foot with that one, and we're putting ourselves in bad deficits, and we kind of have to put ourselves in the hole when we're digging out, and that's what the main message we got to get across from this team right now. It has to be a full 40 game. It can't just be the second half all the time, because at that time now you're battling, you're crawling from a huge deficit and trying to put yourself back into a game and then take the lead, right? So we got to do a better job of doing that and coming out with more energy, and because I think once we play the second half of the season, it's going to be ACC play, and teams are going to put us away if we keep coming out like that in the first half. So we got to be more mindful of doing that.
It just seems like a switch doesn't flip until you get down by double digits.
I know.
With this group, I'm saying.
Right, and I know we have the mindset of like play as if we're up 15, not down 15. We got to do that in the first half. So it's gonna, at the end of the day, it's gonna take a group effort. It's gonna be a whole collective. It's not gonna be one person. Everyone's gonna have to buy in at the end of the day. I know we're capable of doing that. That's why I'm so positive, and I still have a lot of faith for this group, because I know the direction that we're moving forward in, and we showed it in the second half. But I'm tired of keep saying that we're showing it in the second half. So.
Yeah.
Has it gotten to a point where you're not surprised when it happens? I mean,
Say it again?
Has it gotten to a point where you're not surprised? You guys look up, you're down 12 or 14 in the first half against teams like this?
No, it's still surprising because we have so much potential to be really great, right? And
That's it. That's 4.
I think we know the answers to the test, but we just keep making mistakes, and that's what the coaches kept praising in halftime. Like, we know the answers when they ask us the question, so why are we keep making the mistakes? So I think once we eliminate those, we'll be more than fine. But the way we started the first 4 minutes, all the way up to, I want to say, the 10-minute mark of the second half, that's how we have to start the games off, right? And got to continue to stack days. At the end of the day, we got another game coming up this weekend against another great team, and we got to kind of flip the page a little bit, but understand, what worked for us to get to that point against Florida tonight.
Your test analogy, it's called test anxiety. Is there? It looks like there might be anxiety among you guys out there on the floor when things start to go poorly in the first half, because you're so used to it going poorly. Sort of common to your test analogy there. Sort of a test anxiety out there.
I think
Not an expectation, but like, here we go, and collectively you're having a hard time getting that to stop.
right. I think it's an adjustment period, right? It's a newer team, younger guys, transfers, and we're all still figuring it out. Like, I know it's still early, but at the end of the day, we still played 11 games with each other. We had the whole summer with one another. So just communication. I feel like the communication was a little bit better today, but to answer your question about like the anxiety or expectations, I don't think sometimes we're moving with a certain intent. Or of an aggressiveness, or it feels like Coach Davis has to get on us for us to come out and play with energy and passion. We internally have to do that with ourselves. It shouldn't take a coach for him to yell at us and tell like we have to pick it up.
So that might be the missing piece.
I think that's
once you guys can flip that, it changes a lot of these games.
100%. Because we've shown that we've played with energy, right?
Yeah.
And one thing I do love about Coach Davis is he keeps it real. And once we went up, we came back, we started fighting back in the second half. He's like, I'm not impressed. And I think that got us even going even more. But it shouldn't get to that point, right? It should be, as soon as the game starts, as soon as the ball tips off, we should be ready to go. So I think once we get to that point, we'll be more than fine.
Last 2
How much
questions
of
with
a
RJ.
sense